And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go!
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And he hits his man, Matthews. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Second down and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They're running. Ingram. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get him the next time.
Rolling to his right. It's caught. It's Dennis Pitta. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up a throw, and he slings one that's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
And some room to roam now. David Johnson on his way. And all the way home for a Bronco score. David Johnson, 76 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Cundifon for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 2nd down, Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Tamahali in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And they're going to speed things up here.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, here's Taylor going up top. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out here in the eye. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. This 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy, because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against it.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Back to throw. Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Now the Broncos are going to take it. Timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here.
bring it back.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now with the play clock winding down, Rex Ryan's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, here's Smith. And right away, he lost the football. And an alley to run.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, Smith. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat.
Now with the play clock winding down, Rex Ryan's going to take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's the former Bronco. This is C.J. Anderson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down following the run. Out of the gun, Smith. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, we're not running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep keep this drive moving. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. So they're on the 5-yard line here, second down and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Turn that around.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll set up to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Now Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here we go with Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Locke. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, and I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and 2, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's brought in by Pitta. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. To throw now on first down. And hauled in by Pitta. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Eagle, that's it. Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bryant Cushing. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. After the interception, it's Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson from 13 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to rent.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 56 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Luck on 1st down. Goes underneath for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And coming out now, the Broncos. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Well, Chuck Pagano, he's told his offense, stay out there. We're going for it. They come out here in the eye. They snap it to Locke. And it's complete. Henry, give him 3 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move this.
Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Allen Hurns, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. To throw is Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing is Locke. He's going to go up, looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Roman Harper, the one who picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Screen play, Johnson. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Second down now after the pass completion.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on. So they have pressure coming, and they got him once again. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's brought in by Pitta. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald's got it right side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worrying about traffic coming out on the other end. It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kendall Wright, 39 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Locke. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Henry trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Luck gonna throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Again, it's Henry. Room here to run. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why their points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Roman Harper the one who picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. The Raiders may not be coming off the best season, but they do have a few good assets. And here's a chance for a second to come off the board. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team. Because if you pass on certain positions, 2 words here: difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches? Or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
Bring us back.
These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need? Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.